Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. Fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me just by how your face.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy, the Judgemental podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Phil back in the house.
And I'm Leroy. So what's up, Phil?
Not much. Just tripping and losing my voice, yelling at the TV and them damn Eagles.
Well, look, speaking of the Eagles won 21 to what was the score? 21 to 18. Let's get into some stats real quick. All right, we got Jalen Hurts, 22 for 37, 198 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interceptions, 37 attempts. I give you that, but he had 20 at before halftime. So we got
no. 37 is way too many because when he had his best game of the year, he only threw the ball 27 times.
All right, so what's a good number for him?
25 to 28.
See, I would say maybe 25 to 35.
35 is a little much.
All right, we got rushing. Miles Sanders, 11 carries for 45 yards, way too low. Jalen Hurts, 9 for 30, and Gainwell, 2 for 16. Receiving, we got Devontae Smith, 7 receptions, 77 yards. Good day for Devontae, other than that fumble he had gave up.
Yep.
Watkins, 8 for 48. For the Panthers, we got Darnold, 21 for 37. That's way too many attempts for Darnold.
Now, what you said 37?
Yeah.
Now, how's that too much for Darnold but not too much for our boy?
Who's the better quarterback?
Who's the better quarterback? Which one is a passer? Darnold is a passer. He's a
but who's the better overall quarterback?
It's hard to tell right now.
Nah, I think Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback. And I like Darnold because of fantasy football wise. He put up some good numbers fantasy football wise.
But see, what's Darnold in his third year in NFL?
Yeah.
So he got time and experience in, and plus he's a pocket passer. Our quarterback, this is his first year as a starter, and he don't have no time in as a quarterback, but they're trying to make him a pocket passer. So 37 is too much for him, but okay for Darnold.
Okay, but you talking about the Carolina Panthers and their personnel. They best wide receiver / running back, I don't know what you want to call him, hybrid player, is sitting on the bench. But you got him out here throwing 37 yards,
but they
37 attempts.
They have 2,000-yard receivers starting.
Well, we got one TD, interception 3 times. Rushing, we got Hubbard, 24 carries, 101 yards. Receiving, we got Moore, 5 reception, 42 yards, and Thomas, 4 receptions, 40 yards. And what's the offensive coordinator for the Eagles? Is it Shane? How do you pronounce his last name? Steichen or Steichen?
The offensive coordinator. I'm not even sure who the offensive coordinator is.
Yeah, is a Shane Steichen or Steichen? I don't know how he pronounced his last name, but at the end of the season, he got a role.
Well, I feel the same way about the coach.
Yeah, but it's his first year, so you gotta give him a leeway. So
and it's probably the offensive coordinator's first year too.
All right, but see, the thing about you is you always give a coach a three-year chance. You
right.
say your first year you're gonna mess up. The second year you're gonna mess up. Go ahead.
I'll let you finish.
Your first year you said he gonna mess up. The second year is they're gonna mess up, but you're gonna see your improvements. The third year is your make or break. So now you want to get rid of your coach in your first year?
Only because he came out of nowhere. We're not talking about a great or good college coach. We're not talking about a coach that's been in the pros as assistant head coach. You know what I mean? This dude came out of nowhere. And he looks like he came out of nowhere. Shit, I probably can walk on the field and do better than him.
And the thing is with him is, listen, you have to balance the running game with the passing game. You're not going to succeed by just passing unless you like maybe Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, maybe or something like that. Maybe they can do it. But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, you got to balance the offense. Go ahead.
And every press conference, he say the same thing. yeah, I got caught up in my play call and I need to run the ball more. How you keep saying that every press conference, and then the next game you do the same shit? Like, when are you going to listen to your own self or watch the replay of your press conference? He know what he's doing. He's just passing because that's what he is. He's a passing coach, but it's not helping your quarterback.
Exactly. And I'm agree with you, because if I'm Miles, I'm just going to have to step up and say something to him.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't just 11 carries. That's ridiculous.
And most of that came at the end of the game when the defense knew he was going to run the ball to try to run a clock out, and Miles was still running all over him.
Exactly.
If he can do that at the end of the game when the team is trying to stop the run because they know we're going to run, then you can do that throughout the game.
Right. Exactly. I agree along with you. Next week, who the Eagles play next week?
Thursday.
Is that Tampa Bay?
I believe so. Because this is our hard stretch right now.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we pulled this one off because we weren't supposed to win today.
Yeah, the Eagles are playing a Thursday night game, just like Philip said, 8:20 against the Buccaneers. This is a game that they had to win. To be in a kind of sort of a playoff race, wild card race. This is the game that they had to win, because you got the Buccaneers next week. Then you got the Raiders. And I had a conversation with somebody because I told you I was at the rail when I was watching the game. And he thinks that the Raiders one of the guys think that the Raiders was going to run over the Eagles. I'm like, no, the Eagles can beat the Raiders.
Yeah. Raiders have trouble. They have trouble putting points on the board. Now, Tampa Bay might kick our ass because they've been scoring a lot of points.
Right. So go ahead.
I was just going to say Tampa got a lot of weapons, and we ain't got enough guys that can cover all those weapons, but we can beat the Raiders.
Right. So you got the Lions, the Chargers, Broncos, and Saints. So they got kind of a nice little stretch, easy stretch after the Buccaneers game. So if they lose this, they're going to have to win these games against the Raiders, Lions, Chargers, Broncos, and the Saints. They're going to have to win these games to be in a kind of sort of playoff race early. I don't know what you want.
It's really only the Cowboys in our division that's winning games.
Right.
Like I told y'all, those Redskins, ain't nobody had to worry about them. And then today, what's the name, got knocked out the game. The Giants quarterback and Saquon Barkley. So we ain't got to worry about the Giants.
Once again, Saquon Barkley is out again, went on a stretcher.
He went out on the stretcher? No, that was the quarterback that went out on the stretcher.
But didn't he go in the back of the
Yeah, he got hurt, but he didn't go out on the stretcher. It was the quarterback that went out on the stretcher.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I was like really disappointed watching this football game, because this was a game they could have easily blown them out.
Well, you got to take in the fact, too, besides the horrible play calling, which we got to see every week from our coach, our defense really stepped up. But how much can you lean on the defense when your offense is punting 8 or 9 times a game? Right.
That's the same thing I said to one of the guys on one of the guys at the rail. I'm like, the defense is playing. The defense is going to do what they do. The defense plays well, but the defense can't do much if the offense can't do anything. When the offense keep passing the ball every day. At first down, you passing the ball. Why? Why can't you run the football?
It was second and 3 when I text you. They was playing like a close zone because they knew we was going to pass. And I'm like, why don't we just hand the ball off for the 3 yards? Even if you don't get 3, you'll probably get 2 by accident. Right. You know what I mean? And then you be at 3rd and 1. And you know what I mean? That's not as hard.
Exactly.
But it's pass, punt.
Exactly. So real quick, can I play you a news story?
Sure.
We got a arrest made in a $400K COVID-19 fraud scheme targeting NYC hotel room isolation program. Shanette Lewis, 30, from Brooklyn. Tatiana Benjamin, 26, from Queens. Another Tatiana Danielle, 27, from Brooklyn. And Haven West, 21, from Brooklyn, were all accused of participating in the fraud. Here's the video. Here's the report. I'm sorry, because everybody out there don't see the video.
During the height of the pandemic, the city would put up frontline workers in hotels to help them isolate from their families. They do this free of charge, but investigators say 4 women took advantage of that program.
They're actually accused of lying about who they were, then selling those rooms, cheating New York City out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. News 4's Chris Glorioso live in the newsroom with this story. Chris.
Natalie, David, federal prosecutors say this hotel scheme was an inside job, and they accuse a city call center worker of taking identifying information from frontline healthcare workers, then entering that data in for strangers who just wanted a fun night in a hotel. They allegedly did this hundreds of times at hotels, including the Hilton in Brooklyn.
Thank you for calling NYC COVID-19 Hotel Hotline. My name is Shanette. How are you doing?
Federal prosecutors say this is Shanette Lewis, a 30-year-old from Brooklyn who allegedly turned an emergency public health program into her own private site.
Do you take selfies of yourself while you working?
No. I have tape over top of my computer's camera at work. Just in case they try some slick shit.
Side hustle. Lewis and 3 other defendants are charged with defrauding taxpayers by offering isolation hotel rooms to anyone with cash to pay, even though they were intended only for healthcare workers, patients, and others believed to have COVID exposure. On Facebook, Lewis allegedly posted video tours of the hotel rooms. In this ad, she allegedly writes, "Today's special $175 for 2 weeks, $300."
God damn. The thing about them is they selling themselves short. $175 in a hotel room for 2 weeks.
A downtown Hilton?
Exactly. $300 a month. No, they made a mistake there. That's way too low.
My God. Yeah. But if they did it 100 a time, that should add up quick. They should have hit it hard if they was going to do it and then got the hell out the game.
Right.
Manhattan U.S. attorney says Lewis and her co-defendants illegally sold 2,700 nights of hotel rooms worth more than $400,000. Prosecutors say she pulled off the scheme by using her temporary job at a city call center to obtain credentials of legitimate healthcare workers, then passing them off as ID for cash-paying strangers who weren't healthcare workers and had no business taking advantage of the hotel rooms.
NYC.
It's not clear if Lewis should have been hired to work for the hotel isolation program. According to her own Facebook post, she was a violent felon when she got the job at that city call center. On top of the fraud charges,
so she writes,
they incriminate themselves so much on the internet.
She writes on Facebook that she was a damn violent felon. Who does some shit like that?
Seeking attention.
With selling hotel rooms, Lewis is also accused of bilking unemployment, improperly obtaining $45,000 in jobless benefits.
Oh, shit. She too was.
They're about to bury her ass in jail.
Oh, shit.
It's during the pandemic. According to federal prosecutors, during the time she was selling those hotel rooms and shortly thereafter, she was on Facebook touting big money purchases like travel and a 7 Series BMW and plastic surgery. Back to you.
Which means she got her ass done. That's what what you meant.
Yep.
She got her ass done. So, but shout out to them sisters because they street entrepreneurs. We always support street entrepreneurs and they doing what they do and people cheat all the time.
Entrepreneurs. Since all this COVID started, my job did the same thing. They had hotel rooms and stuff for us downtown if we wanted them. And I kept seeing like all rooms are full, like just grabbing them Jones left and right. But then they would say like, we have more rooms available. They would just always send us emails.
Right. But I thought this was if you had the COVID or you needed the quarantine from someone.
No, it's just working. If you was working in the hotel and you didn't want to go home, you could have stayed at the hotel, and they would have got it for you. Yep, for free.
Oh shit! I thought that like you had to say, well,
no. I know what you're saying because they gave us 80 hours for COVID leave, and then they gave us another 40 hours for emergency COVID. That's case if you get COVID or if you feel sick like you COVID, you can just stay home and still get paid for it. Mm-hmm. But then the hotel joint was for frontline workers. If you just getting like worn down and you just tired or whatever, you don't have to go home. You can just get a hotel room and stay down here and then come to work from there like that. Like if I was single with no kids, that's what I would have did. I would have jumped all over that hotel joint and just been chilling.
Right. So when we went through our situation around Christmas time, we never talked about it on here, but we had a little situation. What did you do? What did you do? You was just working from home at that time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that hotel shit didn't come into play.
Yeah, no, I was working from home, but like I said, if I wanted to sign up for it, like you don't have to go through your manager for it. It's like through Penn. So you would just put the request in like on our homepage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess it probably would send an alert to your manager saying this person is staying here. But I don't think the managers was involved. And if they had the room, they would just approve it.
Right. So you could stay there for how long?
They have days. So like how let's say if I got the room, it'd be like 3 days or 4 days or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that. And then once that's over, if you want another one, then you just put in a request for another one like that.
Right.
I remember I looked at it and I think it was like 3 days or 4 days.
But look at how much that the hotels is getting just by booking these rooms and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to look at it like the hotels is getting a kickback from these hospitals that
right.
they ain't even talking about. So they ain't really missing it. When this girl's selling these rooms for $300 or whatever, they making like easy money because I'm pretty sure all these hotels that's offering that through the hospitals getting a big check on the back end.
Right. Well, I thought that was actually funny. That's why I only played that one report from us today. Well, we talked about it last week that Judgemental Leroy ran in the Broad Street run today. The Broad Street run today. So
how was it?
Well, let me talk about what gave me the inspiration was one of my neighbors, and shout out to the neighbor. I'm not going to say his name on here. Shout out to the neighbors because he used to see me running all the time. So in 2019, he said, "You doing all this running? Won't you try to run in a marathon or race or something?" And I just laughed when he said that, and I said, "Oh shit, you know what? He right." So I registered for the Broad Street run last year because that's what he said. So since the quarantine and everything, they didn't do the run last year, but we still got the medal and everything like that. So I registered again this year, and so we ran. So okay, first of all, I had to get up early in the morning. I had to be out the house by 5 o'clock. I got out the house about 5 o'clock to make it to the parking lot, to the stadium parking lot. Supposedly, you're supposed to park in FDR Park, but since that the Navy Yard was closed, well, the Navy Yard isn't closed. I think they doing construction. They building something near the Navy Yard. I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. So apartments or some type of business is coming there. I don't know, but that's where the race is supposed to end, in Navy Yard. But they allow parking at the stadium parking lot. So I parked in front of what is it? Is it NFG? NFG? Yeah. I parked in front of that Broad Street line stop. So we get there. So I got there early, so it wasn't really hardly nobody there. And I'm trying to rush, thinking that I better hurry up and get there because it's going to be full of people and all that stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get there, wasn't hardly nobody there. So I parked and I got out and I went to the subway. Just so happened that the train was already there. So the train already there. We riding. They never said like blankly blank is your stop. So I didn't know. So we riding. So we get at the Olney stop, and I see a lot of people.
When you say we, what do you mean we?
We, the other runners, because it wasn't just me on
okay,
there.
So okay.
I'm sorry, I should have said that. So when we got to Olney, I see the other runners getting off, and it was a little superintendent there, and so I said, "Excuse me, we supposed to get off here?" And she just like looked at me while the door shutting. So the door shutting. Now I'm thinking they're going to open the door again. And nope. So we went to Firm Rock. And see, I don't really know about the Broad Street line. The farthest I've been to the Broad Street line is Logan. I've never I'm not used to going on a bar shoot line, so I couldn't tell you.
So you went the wrong way.
No, we went past the only stop and got off at Fern Rock. So we had to get off at Fern Rock and wait till the other train come back to Olney.
Come back down.
Yeah. So we got off so I got the train at Fern Rock and got off at Olney. I got out and again, it was still dark outside, so it wasn't really a lot of people in there. So I said, you know what? Let me use the bathroom. So I hurry up and I see you laughing because you already know where this is going. So I had some vitamin water, an orange, and I had a plum. So I scarfed that down as fast as I could. So I said, you know what? Let me hurry up. Let me use the bathroom. So I used the bathroom or whatever. Use the bathroom. Now it's like light outside and a whole lot of people coming in and everything. So I'm waiting. See, they use corrals. Didn't I tell you about corrals? Like our corral was the last one. Did I send it to you? Oh, okay. So I was the yellow corral, and the yellow corral they have it break down as different corrals. So you'll have like a blue corral or a red corral, and everything is like separated. So we was like the last of we was way in the back. And so I'm sitting there waiting or whatever. Now it's 7:30 now. Then the race don't start at 8:00. So it was these ladies talking like, you know what? Should we use the bathroom before we go? Yeah, I think we should use the bathroom. And I'm like, oh shit. Soon as they said it, you know what happened? I had to use the damn bathroom. So I had to run back to where the porta potties was. Now, you know, it's full of people just waiting to use the bathroom and shit. So I waited for the bathroom. I finally got out the bathroom. It's like 5 minutes before the race started. So I'm hurry up and running back to my corral. And I don't even know why I ran for it because we was like we was the last we was way in the back. So we got to wait for the red to go, the gray to go. By the time we got to our stop, man, it was like 8:30. The race started at 8:00.
So y'all ain't get to move until 8:30?
Yep. Then when I sent you that, we ready to start. That was when we started. And it was
because I was looking at it. And I was like, how do they determine who's up on the line compared to all the groups way in the back? I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, they separated in like colors. So when people ask me what my time was, I couldn't tell you because when the mile marker come, so when the mile marker come to us, it was like 38 minutes or whatever. Now I know I ain't run no mile in no 38 minutes. We just started.
Right.
So I have to wait until, you know, they send the miles results or whatever. So it was raining a little bit. And I didn't put no raincoat on or anything like that. I had one, but it wasn't no need for it. It wasn't raining that bad, raining that hard. So we finished the race. The race was cool and everything. My thing was I was trying hard not to stop running. So
that's what they always tell you. If you're running, just try not to stop.
Yeah. So what I did, I would like lightly jog. I think I got water like maybe 2 or 3 times.
People on the sideline giving y'all water?
Yeah. And so it went up to, so we go through the hood. Your old stomping grounds on that side. And we go through the Center City, Temple University, Center City. Then we go in South Philly. So we get to South Philly. And when I got to South Philly, I was like ready to start just like lightly walk. But I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna like do a little light jogger. People pass me, then they pass me. And I didn't tell you that I saw somebody fall out. I saw somebody fall because they was like way ahead of me. And I saw this lady, she goes from all the way to the left side and she runs like full speed to the right side. And when I got up close, I saw somebody laying down there. And I guess the guy was all right. He was rather young. And he was like up and like talking and everything. But I'm like, well, damn, why is he on the ground, like laying on the concrete like that? So I ignored his ass and I kept going. So I kept going. So I finished the race. Now, see, the meter when we finished the race, it said 2 hours. I know I ain't run 10 miles in 2 hours. That's too high. So I like I said, I can't tell you until I get the race results.
I know when I was watching it, I seen the two Kenyan runners or whatever. Man, they smoked everybody. I was like, what are these dudes doing?
Yeah.
They was out.
Yeah. See, the elite runners, they run first. They run first over everybody.
Now, so do they determine like, okay, this person is a runner, this is what he do, so we're gonna put him in the front? Do they do that ahead of time?
I don't know, but when we did the registration, they had like elite runners over here and regular people over there, like that type of thing.
Okay. So that's how they separated it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you have to like register as an elite runner? I'm not sure.
Probably, because they probably don't want to put them in the back because they got a lot of traffic to try to get through.
Right. So I finished. And they take us to they ship you around like cattle too. It's like you can't stand at a certain place at a long time. They'll force you to move and all that type of stuff. So they sent us there, and they gave us our medals, and they had bananas and a whole bunch of those nutritious bars. And they had like popcorn and pretzels and all that type of stuff. So of course, I tried to fill my bag up with all the type of popcorn because I thought I was gonna be home to watch the football game. So I'm like, oh shit, I don't have to buy any snacks. So I tried to fill my bag up with popcorn. And after that, that was that. As soon as I got there, I just walked the NRG. NRG, like I said, NRG was my with a Bar Street stop. That's where I parked at. So I was pretty much right there. So I just went. Well, I didn't go home, but I went over my father's house. But other than that, I enjoyed it. And if would I do it again? Yeah, I'd do it again, but I would change because me personally, myself, I feel as though I ate too fast. I think I should have waited and started.
What did you wear to run in?
Just regular stuff. Compression pants, some shorts. And I got a wrestling t-shirt. Oh, you'll see it too, by the way. And by the way, I'm not going to put this episode out until my race photos come in because I did gangster poses and stuff on my all my pictures. So when they send me all that stuff, that's when I.
Who's taking the pictures? Was somebody there being a photographer?
Yeah, you got to pay for that shit too. I think it's $40. I think it's $40 if before the race. I think after the race it's like $45. And these are like registered people, and they need to see your bib, so they need to see your number or whatever. So so they can say, well, they'll see the number and they'll see, well, that's Leroy, and then they'll see me. Oh, here's your pictures, stuff like that. So when hopefully that stuff will come out probably maybe tomorrow or whatever, or maybe hopefully late tonight. That even be better. But yeah, I did my gangster photos. I threw up my peace signs and all that type of stuff. So I
was gonna say when you was talking about your inspiration, I thought you was gonna say your boy Dr. Boyce Watkins gave you the inspiration.
Oh, running? Hell no.
Remember he was talking about how he did the marathon. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, but he's heavy. So
he lost a lot. He lost a lot of weight though. So when he did the marathon, he wasn't even built for that, but he still did it.
No. But no, the inspiration why I ran the marathon was because of the neighbor. So the next time I see him, I tell him that, I finally ran the Broad Street run. Because he's like, man, you do all this running? Oh, he got on me too, by the way. I don't think I ever told you this story. Because this was during the quarantine, and I will always give myself something to do because I was sitting in the house all day. So I was like, instead of driving to get something to eat, I would just walk there. So I would walk the guy and got some pizza, and
in Queens.
Yeah. So I walked to get some pizza, and he had saw me, and he was like, "Man, what all that running, and all that health stuff you doing? What the hell you doing eating pizza?" I'm like, oh, you don't know. It could have been a vegetable pizza. You don't know. Oh, well, it do got cheese in it, but still. But
this is not the workout neighbor, is it?
No, not Chase.
Okay.
No, this guy, he's on the corner. This is an older man, not Chase.
Okay.
No. Well, when I'm out there, I see Chase and stuff working out and everything, but no, it wasn't him.
Okay.
So yeah, when the pictures come out, that's when so y'all can all I'll post it on Instagram so y'all can get a laugh at me or whatever. I got my lean on and threw my peace signs up and everything. So
you did the boat, saying boat pose?
No, I did the prison. You know how when you see jail photos and they always squatting there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did that shit. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
It looked decent, but I just can't do 10 miles. If it was 2 miles, I'm all for that. 10, I can't do 10.
All right, so what about a 5K?
How much is 5K?
What is like 3 and change, I think?
Too much. I'm topping out at 2, and that's going to hurt me.
Oh, man, 3 and change ain't nothing. Go ahead. So, all right, so everybody here, is Philip going to run the Lansdowne race if they ever do it again?
I just told you, if it's 2 miles, I could do it. 3 miles, I can't do 3. I can't do no more than 2, and 2 hurt.
Well, get your walk on.
Shit, I've been running all my 20 years in the military. I had to run, so I'm feeling good about not running now.
All right, then get your walk on then.
I do. I get over 10,000 steps a day.
All right, well then do it in the Lansdowne race then.
What, walk?
Yeah. Well, when you say you top at 2 miles, and get your walk on.
My legs turn to spaghetti noodles after 2 miles.
But yeah, it was a lot of people there, and shout out to our sisters because there was a lot of sisters out there too.
Did they finish?
Oh well, you know they'll run hard and they get their walk on and stuff. So shit, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I passed them. So I couldn't. Why are you laughing?
I just know the feeling because even in the military, you know how it is in the military. We running our 2 miles. Same way. I used to see them and they start off hard and then I just wind up smoking them.
Yeah.
They be, like you said, they be walking or they be on the sideline. I'm like, what are they doing? Slowing down. They started off the gate real fast.
Yeah. So what I do it next year, I'll probably do it next year, but that Philadelphia Marathon, that's a no for me. A half marathon is 13 miles and a full one is 26. See, I had to stop and get me something to eat because I don't think I can run. Give me something to eat and drink because I don't think I can run that long without eating or drinking or anything like that. But yeah, I actually enjoyed myself today. And like I said, my mom said I was on camera. She had told me to. I told you she recorded it, and she said that come over her house and find it myself and take a picture of it. So if I go over there and take a picture of it, then I will send it to.
Because I had it on when I was texting you. You know what I mean? But then I seen all them people. I say, ain't no way I'm gonna find you out here. And then I'm watching all the runners come across and listening to the reports and different stuff, and I just kept zooming in trying to look, but I couldn't find you out there.
Yeah, well, she said it was, I don't know. She said it was like a little small, like a little black dot, a goober.
Well, then too, that's your mom, so she probably know what to look for. I don't know.
Right. So yesterday was the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. Do you want to make a comment of it?
It was an entertaining heavyweight fight. I haven't seen a good entertaining heavyweight fight in a long time. Deontay Wilder, he got problems. You know what I mean? He always looking for the one punch knockout.
Right.
But when he can't get that, he in trouble. Like he don't jab, he don't uppercut. He got poor footwork, poor ring awareness. The same shit I was telling you. It's like I seen perfect opportunities where the big man Fury had his head down with an uppercut would have rocked his world. He wouldn't even throw the uppercut. It's like, what is he doing? So, like, if he don't, he's one of those guys. If he don't finish you off the first early rounds, he in trouble because all he do is use the one hand pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And you see how he telegraphed it damn near every time he throws it.
Right, because he had the one arm out and then the bomb still like back in the clip ready to go. And that's all he's looking for, some wild haymaker. Where you got Fury. Fury was good because he used his jab. And then when they got close, he kept leaning his weight on them. When somebody putting that weight on you all the time like that, that alone is going to wear you out. It's like being in the gym and you got one of them big heavyweights just leaning on your back. That shit is going to wear you out. He just kept doing it. Every time they would lock up, he would just lean his weight on them. You know what I mean?
Right. So now was he okay, now let's talk about that glove bullshit that they talked about last time. So does this prove that it wasn't no problem with his gloves last
No.
It doesn't?
I don't think it was. The way I look at it, I say the first fight that was a draw, I had Tyson. I had Wilder because he was the champion and it was a real close fight. But I'm cool with a draw. It could have been either way, all three ways. It could have been Fury by a close decision. It could have been Wilder by a close decision, or it could have been a draw, and it was a draw. So I'm cool with that, even though I would have had Wilder by a little bit. The second fight, I'm just going to not even include that one because definitely something funny was going on with that glove. Third fight, he lost. He put up a good fight, but in the end, Fury was the better fighter.
Okay, so you in a Wilder camp. What's next for him?
I'm not really a Wilder camp. You need to talk.
No, I mean, if he was in a Wilder camp.
Okay. Because my brother's a big fan of his. But I say, well, people are asking for him to fight the dude that just lost. What's his name? Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
They want him to fight him. What I think he need to do is he need to he even though I'm not a big Floyd fan, Floyd can help him out a lot with his defense because Wilder don't put his hands up. That's like the number one way to play defense is to put your hands up. He don't put his hands up, so when somebody jab him and throw a punch, it's 90% chance you're gonna land because he don't put his gloves up. So it'd be good for him to get with a defensive fighter, and since Floyd is probably the best ever, and learn how to put some defense up. He don't have no defense. Learn some footwork, the way to move around the ring. He don't do nothing. He's kind of stiff. And then he got like real toothpick legs. So that don't work when you can't move. Right.
Every time I look at him, I look at his legs. I'm like, his legs look like mine. And I can't believe that he got all that knockout power with them little legs like that.
He's like almost a cartoon character. You know how they do the cartoon characters with the puny legs and real big from the waist up?
Right.
That's how he is. And that shit don't work. Fury got skinny legs too, but he got more weight and then he's big up top and he know how to move with his all that weight. But Wilder doesn't really know how to move. He got poor footwork and he don't have no defense. He's all like, he don't even put combinations together. You know what I mean? When he knocked Fury down, he should have, like back in the day when you get a knockout, that boy is still trying to get his marbles together. You're supposed to bum rush him, put the flurry on, even if stuff not landing, something will get in there if you throwing enough punches and he still got his marbles loose. You never know. You could catch him with something. The ref could jump in thinking you tearing him up, anything, but he would kept letting him off the hook.
All right. Now, speaking of that, now, what do you say about the controversy where a lot of people on Twitter said that the judge had gave Tyson Fury like a 12 count?
He did give him a long count. He gave him a long count, and they talked about that. But I felt the same way with Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas had a long count when Tyson dropped him. But at the end of the day, you got to finish the job. And he didn't finish the job.
See, my thing is when Fury knocked Wilder down the second time, he pretty much did the same thing. He counted, Wilder got up, then he was like, hey, walk over here. No, hold your hands up over there. That giving him a lot of damn time.
But he did punch Wilder in the back of the head twice with the rabbit punch, and he should have gave him a warning and then took a point, but the ref did. I think he gave him a warning, but it happened twice. You don't give somebody a warning twice. First time you get the warning, second time you lose a point.
All right, so you're in the Fury camp now. What's next for him?
I think Fury should go get all the belts.
Okay, but don't Usyk and Joshua got a rematch? Don't Joshua have a rematch clause?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about a rematch. I didn't even see that fight.
Oh, okay. Let's say they got a rematch clause. Now, if you're Fury, are you gonna wait for him?
Well, you have to. I mean, you can fight some other dudes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but it seemed like Fury don't fight nobody. He keep fighting. All his last 3 fights was with Wilder. Is that because of the contract?
Yeah.
No.
Remember, the fight that he fought.
I know he had another fight scheduled, and he was like, no.
He was supposed to fight Joshua and for the undisputed champion. You know, he'd have got more money, you know, in Wembley Stadium and all that type of shit. So Wilder had went to court and they won the court case. So he had to fight Wilder for the rematch. So and Joshua blew it by him losing the fight to Usyk. So Joshua and Usyk, I think that Usyk is way too small for Fury. Way too small. Usyk is a good boxer, but I think he's way too small because Tyson Fury is probably gonna come in at the same weight and he's gonna do the same shit, like try to lean on him and hold him and all that type of shit.
That's good training. His trainers told him what to do, and he did it. He jabbed and he leaned that weight.
Yep, and he'll do that same shit. Wilder, oh shit, it's kind of hard, but Wilder needs to go on. Okay, if they do a rematch, okay, if Usyk and Joshua do a rematch and Joshua lose, Wilder should fight Joshua and just go in and knock him out and put him back in the where he beat him back in the top 3 again. And so Fury and Usyk can go ahead and try to be an undisputed champion, and maybe like with
but that's what's gonna happen. So Usyk, Wilder will fight Joshua and Usyk fight Fury, and if Wilder win that fight and Fury win, you're gonna have to see them fight again. Or if Usyk win and then they have, because you know they're gonna have a rematch,
right? Then
because Wilder only has those losses to Fury. Everybody else he ran through, so he's still a top boxer. It's just sometimes you meet your match. You know what I mean?
And do you notice that he always do that thing with his hands, like he like trying to load up a gun?
I saw something going. Yeah, he do the thing with his hands, but in the ring, I thought he broke his wrist or broke his hand or something because he kept grabbing his hand.
Right?
Did you see that in the fight?
No, I thought he always just do that, like he like
no. It was something going. No, it was something going on, and he wasn't when that happened. After that happened, he wouldn't even throw the bombs no more. He was throwing like pitter patters. So I said, "Oh, his hand is broke, or he broke his wrist. Something happened," and he just kept grabbing it. You know what I mean? And then the doctor talked to him, but I guess he was like, I guess he a warrior. He like, I'm cool even when he's fucking lights out and he has stars circling his head. He still was like, you know, I'm cool. He said that to the ref and put his hands up. So he's a warrior. But the thing is, he really can't take. He can take a punch, but he can't. You know what I mean? Most like Joshua can't take a punch. You sock Joshua, he go down.
Right.
Fury, you sock him, he loses marbles, but he still be on his feet. So it's like he can take a punch, but he can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And me and Shay was talking about it because we was watching the fight last night, and I was like, the boxers that we saw growing up, those boxers would have beat both their ass. You know what I mean? Because these guys don't really play defense. Even Fury had better defense than Wilder, but he don't really got good defense.
So Mike Tyson keeps talking about fighting Tyson Fury in the exhibition match. See, if I'm Tyson Fury, I would do that for a check. I would do that. Yeah, he keeps saying his name over and over again. Mike Tyson. He keeps saying Tyson Fury name, and he's like, "Look, I want to fight Tyson Fury in the exhibition match. If I'm Tyson Fury, I'd do that in a heartbeat. That would I guess make him train or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. While he's waiting for what's going on with Joshua and Usyk. So if I was him for a check, I would do that. That would actually be my next fight.
I really thought Wilder was going to get him this time because he trained harder. He got a new trainer. He just did so much more shit. But then in the ring, even though you got a new trainer, I didn't see no change in your skills.
Right. You
started off real good. You was throwing jabs to the body, and then you just went stupid and just started going for the knockout again, wasting all your power. And when you miss those wild ass punches, it leave you open to get caught. He should have stuck to the game plan. And the guy was telling him, his trainer was telling him, go to the body and then it'll open up the head. But he wasn't doing it no more. He started off doing it. And I was like, okay, good. He's hitting him in the body. Sooner or later, that shit going to take effect. But then he stopped.
Yeah, you like the guys from when I was at the rail. I don't know why we all think Wilder would win that when he lost 2 times already. He lost 2 times already. What makes you think the outcome?
He didn't lose 2 times.
Yes, he did, sir.
He didn't lose 2 times.
He won the first fight.
It was a draw.
All right, but did he win the first fight?
It was a draw. A draw is not a loss.
Okay, but he didn't win though.
He didn't lose either. So it's a draw.
Okay, what about the second fight?
He lost on a controversial fight.
No, it wasn't controversial. So the first fight is questionable. The second fight he lost. What made you think he was going to beat him this third time?
I thought he was going to beat this time.
Why?
Because to me, I just told you earlier, I thought he won the first fight.
But you missing the second fight.
The second fight was controversial.
Oh, there wasn't no damn controversy. He got dropped.
Did you see his gloves? Did you see the way his gloves went all the way back? Can't no human being just go back that far. So stop it, Roy.
He got dropped the second fight, and he got dropped the third fight.
You're not answering my question. Did you see the way his gloves went all the way back?
Okay, what happened to the gloves?
Did you see? Oh, you answer my question first. Did you see the way his gloves went all the way back?
No. Now, what about
these? No, you're lying. So I don't even want to answer your question.
No, I didn't. Did his gloves go back this fight? And he still got dropped. So what the world?
We're not talking about this fight. We're talking about last fight.
And I'm talking about the third.
I said this fight was fair and square, and he lost. The second fight was the controversy joint with the gloves. And if you watch the videos of the gloves, the fist went all the way back to damn near touch his forearm every time he threw a punch. Okay, you can't do that.
The same shit that happened in his third fight happened in the second fight.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
What was different?
He threw. Look at the punches. If you wasn't paying attention, he threw different punches. The third fight, he threw regular punches. The second fight, he threw slap punches where his glove went all the way back. There's a big difference.
And another thing that everybody talking about, he did something with his gloves. And during the press conference, Wilder said he didn't feel anything. So which one?
No, Wilder said no. Wilder said.
This press conference a couple of days ago, he said he didn't feel anything. He said, I ain't feel those punches. So which one was it?
Oh man, because he trying to play tough guy. That's all that is. He felt that shit, and he said that it was something up with the gloves.
Well, he didn't say that when they was doing those press conference rounds, and Tyson Fury had said something to him about that, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, he ain't say anything. Just like he said in the ring, I'm gonna fuck you up to Fury, and it didn't happen. So it don't matter what he said.
Yeah, because he didn't fuck him up to let the second fight. And what makes you think that he was gonna fuck him up this fight?
So he shouldn't have said that. And if you taking his word for it, and it happened, then
because he said it.
It doesn't matter what he say. He also said that Fury cheated.
No, he ain't say it when they did all this press conference.
It don't matter. He did. He said Fury cheated. He said
Fury cheated. So he cheated the second fight, but he did the same thing on the third fight. So
no, he didn't do the same thing. Why you keep saying that?
He lost.
Didn't do the same thing. He threw punches in the third fight.
Okay.
The second fight, he didn't do punches. He threw slaps where his gloves went all the way back.
Okay, sir.
It's not the same.
Did he lose the second fight? Did he lose? Yeah, say yes or no. Don't say no technicality.
No, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes or no because you never give me my yes or no's when I ask you questions.
Okay, so he lost the second fight and he lost this fight. That's two the same things, two times in a row. What makes you thought the outcome was gonna be different? The guy ain't good enough. The guy ain't a good enough boxer to hang with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a good boxer.
I said he lost the fight fair and square in the third fight. And I also said Fury is a better fighter than him.
Okay, so he won a better fight. Okay, so he
was a better fighter.
The second fight, he won a better fighter than him then?
We talking about the third fight.
Okay. So he was a better fighter than the second fight, and obviously he was a better fighter than him in the second fight. Because
I don't even want to speak on the second fight because I don't know what the fuck was going on with the gloves. So I don't even speak on the second fight.
Okay.
I speak about the first fight when he threw regular punches and the last fight where he threw regular punches.
So
those slap punches where the glove is going all the way back is bullshit.
So you just gonna skip the second fight, huh? It don't exist.
I just told you what happened about the second fight. It was some bullshit.
But it was bullshit the second fight, but the third fight, he just beat him fair and square. That don't even make any sense.
It make a lot of sense.
I'm a cheat. Oh, okay. I'm a cheat on the second fight, but I'm gonna beat you on the third fight.
Why can't you? People cheat all the time.
No, because he would have beat him anyway. Because he beat him in the first fight.
No, he didn't. It was a draw.
Oh, come on now. You had eyes.
I did have eyes, and I told you I thought Wilder won the first fight.
Okay, I don't know why would you think that.
What's the guy with the teeth that was doing the interview last night?
Porter, Sean Porter.
Porter said the same thing.
How the hell I knew he was talking about?
Because his teeth hang out his mouth and he's always smiling. But he said the same. He said the same thing. He said he thought Wilder won the first fight.
Okay.
So it's all your opinions, whatever. The bottom line is it was a draw.
Okay, you won't agree with Sean Porter, huh?
I'm not even a fan of Sean Porter's, but that's what he said.
Okay. Well,
Shay likes Sean Porter. She said every time she see him fight, it's good fights. I said I can't even tell you any good fight I've seen him in. So
well, see, the thing about him is he'll fight anybody. And
exactly. So that's why I really pay attention to him.
Right. So today, how the way these fighters today are, they don't I don't know, they scared to lose or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what you want to call it.
You just called it what it is.
Okay, so Sean Porter just fight anybody. He don't care. So I give him props on that. I give him props. But these guys, this is the problem with these boxers today, the young ones, is they so scared to lose and they won't fight anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like they worried about Floyd or something. They don't want to have that one on a loss record or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank y'all for listening to us, and y'all can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PNL Judgementals, TikTok also at PNL Judgementals, Instagram at _Judgementals, and you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. All right, Phil.
Peace out, everybody.
All right.
Hey, yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. Fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me.